Everybody, how's it going? And welcome to my review of The Nightingale, the second feature film from director Jennifer Kent. So The Nightingale tells a story of a young girl named Claire who, in 1820s Tasmania, she's working as a servant in a soldier's colony. She's working on getting her freedom so she can be with her husband and baby. But something really brutally terrible happens to her, and as a result, she ends up on sort of a quest to hunt somebody down. She's aided by an Aboriginal tracker, and it's a revenge story at its core, where she's got to try and find these people that did really bad things to her that I don't want to tell you about, because aside from the fact that I don't want to relive that scene, it's maybe best you don't know too much. So I recently saw the trailer for this film before Midsummer, actually, and at first it didn't grab me, mainly because I'm one of these people that in my mind, I keep telling myself that I don't like historical period pieces, but of course it's the kind of thing that once I get motivated to actually see them, you know, I sit down and I'm like, holy crap, great movie. But for some reason, I just have this barrier that my brain tells me I don't like those sort of movies. So I was watching this trailer, I was kind of like, whatevs. But then one thing in particular really grabbed my attention, and it was this. Every tear would turn a man. Now, I am a really massive fan of the Babadook. I think that was just one of the greatest horror movies that has come out in the last decade. Jennifer Kent, I thought, did a masterful job of that film. And as soon as I saw her name attached to this one, I thought, okay, maybe I'll give this a go. And then there were a couple of reviews I saw that were really positive. And then there was this whole controversy about just how brutal this film was, and how at the Sydney Film Festival, I think it was, people were walking out in disgust. Naturally, I was like, okay, well, I got to see this now. And there are scenes in this film that are really hard to sit through, to the point where I was crying during the main scene. It's really difficult to get through it. I mean, it's been a couple of hours since I've seen the film, but I'm still a little uneasy about it. But that being said, it was important. It is relevant. Even though this film was set in the 1820s, violence like that is still going on in this world today. This film is kind of a reminder that, yeah, not everyone in this world is a good person. There were so many interwoven themes in this film that were done brilliantly. You know, aside from the theme of revenge, which I'll get to in a minute, but the way that was handled was extraordinary. Themes of friendship, equality, not just gender equality, but racial equality as well, because obviously in this time was when Aboriginal, Indigenous people were just treated like crap. But again, you know, you're watching this movie and you're thinking, how much have we really progressed from the 1820s to now? On a technical level, this film, it's a friggin' masterpiece. The performances in this film are up there with the best you're going to see this year. Aisling Franciosi, who plays Claire, the lead character, you know, there was never a moment in this film where you feel like you're watching an actress portraying a character. Like, she was that character. The pain that this girl experiences and the way her character transforms through the film. When she's partnered with Billy, the tracker, played brilliantly by Bakerly Ganambar. You know, initially, yeah, she's kind of hesitant towards being anywhere near him, like she's, you know, riding along with a gun aimed at him, but through the course of both their stories, they become friends, and there's so much growing and evolution of her character. The costumes and makeup were just entirely authentic, particularly with the character of Claire. Like, when she goes through this scene at the start, yeah, her soul goes to a dark place in a way, and it's represented on her face, like through makeup. It's subtle, but it's there. And it is, of course, one of those movies that the bad guys in this film, oh man, they are just a whole new level of evil. I mean, the stuff that happens in this film, in that scene, is up there with the most horrific stuff that I have seen human beings do to one another in a film. This movie is going to be up there when you read lists of, like, you know, the hardest movies to watch. It'll be on there. But her motivation for revenge is so pure, and I mean, there were so many times in the audience where through the story, and again, I won't spoil anything, through the story there are moments where her character, you know, interacts with these awful people, and there were just so many people in the audience that I was sitting in, you know, going, shoot him, and stuff. And yeah, everyone was definitely on board with her journey. The cinematography in the film, for some strange reason, this film was presented in a 4:3 aspect ratio, which I thought was odd, and particularly because there are just some gorgeous shots in this film, and not only that, just everything, like the color palette and everything, just suits the mood and the tone perfectly. Scenes during the day, there's never really a bright sunny sort of a scene. Everything, like the sky is always kind of a grayish color, and everything seems a little desaturated, and yeah, it just suited the mood so perfectly. I kind of wish it had been presented in a normal cinema aspect ratio, because yeah, it might have looked a little better. I don't know, but yeah, it was a strange choice, but it didn't really affect it. So I was walking out of this thing, like, trying to find fault with it. Now, at first I thought the third act didn't sit well with me, for reasons which I'm not going to get into. So yeah, don't worry, no spoilers. But I let it sit with me for a couple of hours, and to be honest, it was only because it's unpredictable. What she does with the third act, with the conclusion of it, it subverts your expectations. And at first that didn't sit well with me, because I kind of wanted the movie to go in a certain direction, but I can't fault it because it didn't do what I wanted it to. If anything, I should applaud it for not being predictable and for going on a path that I didn't expect, but was still really satisfying. So look, in the end, The Nightingale is an essential movie to view. It is a brilliant depiction of so many things, like, you know, even what it's like to be a woman in a patriarchal society, the things that this character goes through, and not just with the whole revenge stuff and the stuff that happened to her, but there's little details that you don't really expect on her journey, like just physical things to do with a woman's body and stuff like that, which I thought was really well placed. So look, yeah, I will definitely buy this the day it comes out on Blu-ray. If I can't watch it immediately, at least I know that I've given some money to Jennifer Kent, because oh man, I really cannot wait to see what she comes up with next. I am so on board with this woman's career, no matter what she does, and I'm going to give The Nightingale a 10 out of 10. Alright, so thank you for watching my review of The Nightingale. I'm sorry I'm not my usual happy chirpy self, but yeah, it was a really powerful film. And if you guys have seen The Nightingale, I'd love to know what you thought of it as well. So drop me some comments either here, Facebook, or Twitter. All the social media links are in the description below, because I like to talk about movies, and I would love to talk about movies with you. Catch you next time.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.